Blues Hotel.
Jovin, thanks for joining us at the Blues Hotel. How are you, mate?
Oh, good. Thank you guys for having me.
Fantastic, not a problem at all. Now, Jovin, before I do want to ask you about your album Drifter, but before I do, I'd like to see if we can just take it back a little bit and just dive into your the history of your musical career. Can you tell us a little bit about how you began with blues music?
It really started when I was very young, just going to church and hearing that Southern Baptist kind of gospel music was really close in the blues. So a lot of the songs they were playing, I like them, but I didn't understand them like I do now, and see how close it was in relativity. But yes, so I would listen to all those songs by my parents. They would play stuff at home like Al Green or Howlin' Wolf or just that kind of other stuff besides gospel music. And so I was raised around that all the time. And I think most of us that live here in Louisiana, is kind of raised in. So I was always kind of in music, in band, in school, did talent shows, and whatnot. And eventually, I tried to believe myself enough to giving the singing thing a shot once I kind of understood my voice. So I got in this band in 2017 with my friend Connor Graham, and kind of got to feel what it was, and I really understood this is for me. Like I want to do this.
Me.
So
Yeah, right. Okay.
found myself over the years and with a different, couple different bands, and just try to perfect my craft. And here we.
Sure, sure. Um, so you've gained a bit of national exposure by entering into American Idol. Is that
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
how
That was.
how was that as an experience, and how did it impact your career?
The whole experience was out of this world. It was brand new to me. I was just shooting in the dark and hoping something would come out of it, and it did step by step and audition by audition. Kept going. And the more I kept going, the people started to believe me more. I started believing myself, and it really just showed me how much I can do. That whatever I'm doing something right. Right. So
Yeah, yeah.
just perfect that.
Sure, sure. So, the judges, it was Lionel Richie, is that right?
Yes, Uncle Lionel. Sorry.
Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan
Yep, Luke Bryan, Katy Perry.
and Katy Perry, right, right. So I think I've seen both Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan both mentioned the term. Was it barbecue sauce?
Yes.
Yeah, what was all that about?
Yeah, Lionel Richie did that. It was all just spontaneous and organic when he said it. And being from Louisiana, everyone just kind of ate that up. So I mean, if you describing me to be like something that very tasteful and southern, I'll take it.
Right. Oh, fantastic! Must have blown you away.
Oh, it did. It did. It's lifelong memories.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Now, you've got a mixture of blues, soul, and rock in your music. What actually draws you to that particular style of blues?
To be honest, man, I like so many genres of music. Like if you was to put on my Spotify, you get anything from Lil Wayne to Frank Sinatra to Chris Stapleton, Al Green. I mean, whatever I feel like listening to at the time, I listen to. So I've noticed that if I can narrow it down, I do lean yes towards the blues. Something It's just something about the blues that just does something, and I always want to be a part of that. As far as rock and roll, that's when you can just wall out and take it to another level. It's a expression, and the soul all comes from church as well. I can be honest and say that.
Mm, okay, fantastic. That's great. Um, so, what's been your most defining part of your career so far? Is it the the American Idol? Is it a particular performance?
Um, there's been a lot of stuff since that show, and sometimes it's kind of hard to narrow down. And really, to be honest, my biggest moment, I feel like I'm anticipating it because it's coming in June when I get to finally sing overseas, and I think that's going to be like really, the experience to really make me realize what I'm doing right now. Because sometimes, you just keep your head down and you work hard and you're doing your thing and you really don't get a chance to pat yourself on the back. I think that's going to be a eye-opening moment for me and just a time to relish in.
Mm, fantastic. Okay, so Joven, I want to get into your debut album now, Drifter. What was the inspiration behind that album?
A lot of inspiration behind it was just telling about my story. I've lived a heck of a life, and I've had some experiences, and I got a blues story to tell, and it's real close, real close to like some redemption type music, as to gospel. But you get the rock and roll when songs like "We Gone Wrong" that might sounds like Little Richard almost, that old school rock and roll.
Yes,
Get a couple more elements of maybe some old Howlin' Wolf tunes. That's just why I lay. I can't help but to express myself that way, and it's just about my journey.
sure, sure, sure. Okay. Now, so what was your creative process like when you were recording?
That was brand new to me as well. I always wanted to go to Nashville to do something with music. I really never said what it was. I was just like, one day I'm gonna go to Nashville to do some music. And Jeff from the label Blind Pig got me out there with these guys. Got me to meet up with Tom Hambridge, and that guy is so decorated. Grammys out the wazoo, and he let us just sit there for 6 to 7 days and just talk and write and just know each other. And w- mine is the songs I wrote already. We did some songs together and some by himself, and we just got to vibe.
Sure, sure. Were there any difficulties in producing the album at all?
No, no, well, like that part about it. I told him in person. Usually, it's really hard to vibe with someone new that's helping you write music. I don't know if that works for everybody, but I find it very hard to vibe with some people. And with him, it was completely organic. It was fluid. We just banged those songs out, and some months later, Jeff flew us back in to Nashville to record. And same process. We went about 5 6 days, recorded, got him out of there, and here we are.
Sure. How did you how did you determine which was the lead single for the album when you released the album?
Um, I know Drifter itself. That song was the title of the album wasn't exactly meant to be Drifter, but from the song Drifter, it kind of summed it up. So I was like, why don't we do this? And and Jeff and Tom, and we was throwing back ideas and trying to figure out what we wanted, and we just all felt comfortable with Drifter because it's a never ending story.
Sure. Did you have any? Do you have a? Did you have a lot of creative control over the album?
Yes, they didn't hold me back at all. They let me do my thing and got to get some real good input and we bounced off our ideas and there was no real pull. We just fluent. Tom is great, man. And everybody he touches with an album, I think is great. So I was blessed to work with him.
Sure, sure. And how did it become about that you got to work with Jeff?
Well, I was on the season where during COVID and whatnot, and I made top 10, and usually top 10 people go on like American Idol tour or whatever. And COVID happened, so I couldn't do that. And I feel like it kind of messed up my chances to get like a record deal. So I was waiting after the show, hoping that some people would, try to give me something good. And I had a few bites, but nothing felt right. And so, they go follow your heart, and then somebody present themselves, you'll know. And when not Tom, Jeff came to me, he was persistent. This wasn't no overnight thing. He was like, I think we're gonna start this label back up, and I want you to be one of the first artists to sign with us, man. And I was like, all right, well, we kept in contact, and I was wondering if he was gonna stick through it, and he did. He kept his word, and he made a bond, and now we're here. I feel very comfortable with Blind Pig, and he knew Tom and all these other. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you with this guy." I know exactly the person. That was it.
Fantastic. No, great. Okay, Joven, how was the album received by the public when it was released?
It's been doing well. The weirdest thing is like when I do like these little small gigs and it's just like acoustic stuff, and people immediately come to me and like they're like, "I want this song, I want that song," and I'm like trying to take it in. It's brand new, so people are really supportive around here, and I'm starting to see that. Excuse me. that they're picking it up big in other countries and other different places, and I'm just for one, I'm happy for a single. Listen. Not to mention, I'm looking at some songs are hitting like in the 100,000s and stuff like that. I'm blown away.
Mm. Do you have any of the public radio stations in Australia play your music?
Yeah. So we do a lot of the different little radio promos with a lot of different radio stations. So yeah, man, they're spinning my tracks somewhere, everywhere.
Yeah, right. Okay, fantastic. No, great. All right. Now, when performance wise, when you go out and play live, it's obviously a different experience than recording in the studio. What sort of vibes do you get when you go out and play live?
Just depending. If I'm just doing this little kind of laid back like uh I don't want to say well restaurant or just smaller venues where you gotta be more intimate or like a small bar. You want to give that cool vibe and not do too much. But if I'm out with my full band and it is just us to let loose, for one, you're gonna get mini John because we do hours and hours of shows up there. So like this is what I do every day full time. So it's just building up your chops. And come to a show, you're gonna get sad, you're gonna get glad, you're gonna get funky, we're gonna get bluesy, we're gonna get rock and roll. It's gonna be a roller coaster, but a good time.
Sure. And how do you work out your set list? Is there do you actually have a set list when you go out, or do you just
So,
go with the flow?
whenever we do start touring, which I can't wait to go overseas this June. We're gonna have a set list that we're gonna stick by because at that point we will only have like 90-minute sets or hour sets. So you can't really play with that without having a good format and a good show. But when it comes to my freelance shows out here where we just they let it loose, it's organic. There's no set list.
Yeah, sure. Fantastic. That's great. What is for the album? What is your what song is what would be your favorite out of the album?
Ooh, I don't know. It almost changes by the week. Because like one week I'll be like, oh, I love this song, and a couple days later I'm like, all right, I hate this song. I'm out of it. It's like I don't want to hear
Sure.
it again.
Sure.
but
Is there is
but
there any is there anything personal or meaningful in any of the songs that relate to an experience that you've had or
Oh yes, I mean all of them to be honest. But I could say living reckless is something that's real dear because it's like this redemption apology type thing, and it just saying, hey, yo, I'm trying my best to go in the right direction. Just help me find my way. And then we got Save Me, where talking about experiences with my parents, which both my parents passed away. So it was nice to be able to include them in the music. And the other half of that song was about like like interracial relationships or just being from the South and racism is alive. I mean, so that's the thing. But just experiences and over time it's gotten better. And I just wanted to bring that little small bit of a story into one of my songs, and I think it came across nicely. But either my favorite would be Bottom of a Bottle or Drifter.
yes, yep, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't choose. I cannot choose.
Bottom of a Bottle was the first track I heard, and I thought, wow, you've just got that distinctive tone in your voice.
That was just feel from experience. Been
Exactly,
there.
yeah. No, no, no. Okay. My next question for you, Joven. What's next for you musically? Have you got more albums being released? Have you got any big festivals or anything like that coming up?
Yeah. So the deal with Blind Pig is we did this album and we have the option to do more albums if they comfortable. I personally already have like other albums written. I'm ready. Like I'm ready to keep this thing going. So because I
Nice.
feel good where I'm at. But as far as like events, literally in April we have the big Baton Rouge we have. So that's gonna be really good. It's getting to that festival season, and like I said, by June we're going to Germany, doing some shows and whatnot. We come back, and then we go to Belgium, Romania, and France. We come back again for like a week. We go to New Hampshire, um, another little break, and then we go back to Germany again. This is gonna be the first like birthday. My birthday is December 4th. I share with my son. It's gonna be the first birthday that I'm not gonna be in the States at all. So all this is brand new for me, and it's going to be a heck of an experience, and I can't wait to show everybody everywhere else what I got.
Nice, fantastic. Yes. Um, now, if you could put together your own dream blues band, who would be in it?
Lord, Um, I would have. Uh, what's his? Was it Derek Tedeschi?
Yes.
Um, the slide player. Oh my lord. Woof.
Mm,
I would have him. I would have Eric Gales for some. I mean, I don't know. Me and Chris Stapleton to share vocals.
nice. Yes.
No, no,
Yes.
no, no,
Yes.
no. That's me being silly. My
Yep.
ideal band is the band I have right now. I have my like my real friends around me, and we're
Yep.
comfortable. So that big shout out to the people I play with because what we have is something special. That's where I want to be.
Awesome. 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 So I take it you're in this for the long term. Then this is your career. Yeah.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a nation.
That's great. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Joven. Look, I appreciate you taking the time out to chat with us here at the Blues Hotel. Is there anything you want to say to our listeners?
To all the listeners, guys, to go on Spotify, listen to my album Drifter. It's everywhere on all streaming platforms. Check out my Facebook, Jovin Webb, Instagram, Jovin Webb. Just follow me, see what's going on, and check it out. I got some interesting stuff to talk about.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Joven. Again, thank you so much for your time,
Thank
and good luck with good luck with everything, and hope to see more music coming from you soon.
Hopefully, man. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, and take care.
You as well.
All right, cheers.
The Blues Hotel.